Once you get through the consideration phase, and you're really being in that phase, then you take action, because you must. You choose to be in alignment between your thoughts and your actions, between your intentions, the application of your wisdom. I call it assessing. You're assessing and addressing and making sure it's congruent, because it's healthy for you to do so. Wonderful. Once you do that, you are now not reactive, you're what I call responsive, or response-able. We think about being responsible. We forget that it means being response-able. It's a decision. Yes, it's attitude. But it's more than that. It's the application of attitude, because attitude is a mental thing. Responding is a motor thing. So to get out of the way, to melt and act in such a way that expresses your wisdom. I am a genius and I express my wisdom. That's so powerful. And I hope that you then go to that very last phase after being the responsive phase or response-able phase, and that is the rinse and repeat phase. Is to recognize that everything has a shelf life. When you water the plants, you can't water too much, you'll drown it. You can't water enough, it'll die. We're all students of life to find Goldilocks. This is just right. This is too hard, this is too soft, this is just right. I propose, instead of having hot tubs disease or cold tubs disease, to just add a little hot water if it's too cold, or add a little cold water if it's too hot. And don't sit there suffering from hot tubs disease. I'd like to see you all be the solution in your life. And we can. Every condition, every disturbance has within it the recipe for success. Could you imagine accepting your condition so well that you absolutely receive the recipe? That's what we're here to do. We're all here to keep the balance. Isn't that wonderful? The rinse and repeat is going to help you become the solution more often. It's called somatic education, where you condition the body to what you know is right. I mean, know, not just know. We're talking, this is where your intelligence and your wisdom conveys something to your heart. If you're looking for a head-heart connection, start connecting what you feel right here to what you know is right here, and guess what happens? You have a more congruent expression. You're actually using your expression of wholeness because things are in deep agreement. They're in harmony. They're in accord. In that way, you develop an incredible immune system. Call it personal integrity, personal immunity. You develop an incredible amount of reserves, of resolve, and you can withstand other perspectives or a toxic environment. But go back, rinse and repeat. Do that rinse and repeat phase, because healthy practices beget healthy practices. And just know that you are wise to brush your teeth every morning. You are wise to eat. You can wake up totally refreshed from a night's sleep, but a couple hours later you're going to need sleep again. We call that the law of diminishing effects. Even this talk will only last so long that those other paradigms that lie very sneakily in the dark, that lurk, that actually influence the way we perceive and experience life, they're there. There are going to be more diseases there, more opportunities for you to be fearful. You know, the news, everything that's out there, it brings you out of your center. But boy, I love the fact that I'm preaching to the choir, because I know you're living in the solution because I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And may you feel what you feel. May your experience be as valid. And may these words really talk to your heart. This forward healing model works. You know the Hippocratic Oath, above all do no harm? No harm. None. No side effects. And guess who's in charge of it? You. It's very empowering. I don't know how to close except to say thank you. And hopefully you can feel the depth of my appreciation. And I just hope that I spoke to your heart and your head, and that this was of benefit to you, and that I am somehow or another, somehow, with a lot of help, meeting my mission of saving lives. Thank you.